Fucking hell. Either one of the snap rings has broke or whatever. I absolutely shit myself, I cannot lie. This is a public service announcement. Always check your balls. But anyway, we've got basically 4 days of flat out rain, and basically the game on Sunday is a very important one. Chuck a verti drain on it tonight. It's definitely going to be a late one, and I'm up early again, so it's 2 late nights in a row. Always flexible, always ready for action. Ah, if you know, you know. Saturday morning, we start the video. Welcome back everyone, hope you're all well. All the lads are off today. They've worked a couple of weekends in a row. They've been working really hard, so I'm going to cover today's game on my own, and there's no women's team game tomorrow on the Sunday because they're away. I'm up earlier than usual because I did most of the prep in last week's video, which was Friday night, because one of my friends needs his hedges cutting, so we're going to fly over there quickly and do that before heading over to Real Bedford to get match prepped. But big news, I have a day off tomorrow. Happy days. Anyway, let's get on the road and get cracking. That's better. I need a bit of noise this morning. Let's get going. Right, we've done the hedging. I had a catch up with my mate and we're now at Real Bedford. We have got 5 hours until the game. So yeah, gonna double cut it, tidy it up. Won't need to line mark it because I managed to do that yesterday. That's the plan for this morning. Little old me getting on with it. Let's go. Okay, pitch is all prepped. I'm just gonna get some sand down on some areas of high usage, such as sidelines, goal mouths. Hopefully the players will be able to push that into the ground. And yeah, then enjoy the game. So let me get the mad rush done and we'll see you later. It's 10:30. 6 hours of divoting. To say that it was a heavy game is an understatement. It's come at a bit of a shock to me because half time was okay, it was looking good. And yeah, the away team were fairly heavy footed. It's not a problem, you know. It was a good game of football and it happens. But yeah, it was a cup game, so everyone's obviously going to be a lot more aggressive to make sure that they're going through to the next round. It's funny because I always say to the lads, like, we need to try and be as good as we can at what we do. Average won't get us anywhere, you know. And I'm really lucky that all of the lads, you know, crack on with that mentality. Today's a good example of that. We could have, you know, done, well, obviously I'm on my own, but I could have done the bad ones and then gone home. and sat on the sofa, but no, we make sure everything is done. I'm going to get some air in it now. It's desperate to get a recovery spray, so I'm going to have to try and get something sorted for tomorrow morning, and we'll get down there and get it sprayed and get it bouncing back, because there's a couple of areas that proper took a battering today. So yeah, probably waffling. I do apologise for that. Very tired. We've been here over 12 hours now, 14 hours I believe, from pitch prep to game finish, and we're not even done yet. As I said, I want to get this rolled and spiked. Definitely spiked. I'll probably lift the roller up. I want to open it up, get the air in there before like Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures are dropping massively, so it needs to happen. It needs to happen. Better get on with that then, I suppose. Oh God, definitely should have tried harder in school. So as you've seen, yes, it is Sunday, and as I mentioned last night, that pitch got battered yesterday. So all of the work yesterday to get it back up to scratch, and we're just going to help it along the way with a recovery spray, which we've done this morning from Soil Biology, and that should get it going again and back to where we need it. But yeah, I did plan on having today off because there's no fixtures at home at all this weekend, but it is what it is. At least it's now what, 9:30, and I've got the rest of the day. Have got lots of admin to do, but yeah, other than that, I've got the day to myself. So we'll see you tomorrow. If you're not gathered already, it's Monday and it's half-term week, which means that we can get in and out of all of our schools with no drama. I love half-term week, and this is going to be the last week that we'll be grass cutting at the schools as well. So we're just spending a bit of time getting on top of everything. So the plan today is to get mowing, hedging, strimming, all of that done today in the 2 schools that we're working on, then potentially going down to a sports facility as well this afternoon. And we'll come back later on in the week to line market, so the lines are nice and fresh for when the kiddies get back. But yeah, we're 1 school down already, just moving on to the 2nd school. The first school we've done, there's like 2 sites to it. One's about 20 acres of grass, the other side's about 8. That's all done, and now we're heading to a school that's just round the corner. So the lads are still finishing off a few bits here. I'm going to fly over to the next school and make a head start. What a day. I had been back to the unit to grab some seed so I can go and do some bits at Real Bedford whilst the boys head down to 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐵𝐿. They are on their way down to 𝐃𝐶. However, I've just had a phone call from Dan. They've had a blowout, a puncture, and for whatever reason, the van jack isn't really the ideal job to get the trailer off the ground so they can get the spare on it. So luckily I was about 10 minutes from the unit. I've just whipped the truck around, grabbed what we need from the unit. They've dropped me a pin and I'm on my way there now. But yeah, always flexible, always ready for action. The irony is I've got a full set of trailer tyres coming today. That's the irony. But oh well, we live, we move. Let's get over there and get amongst it.
Big time. Thank you, boss man.
Okay, so update after I went and saved the boys with the trailer. Well, I didn't save them, I just took stuff, you know what I mean. Anyway, they've gone down to 𝐃𝐶 Park, they've done their work down there. I've been over to Real Bedford just to assess the pitch after we done the recovery spray Sunday. Gave it a really good divot and just tried to work on some areas that we struggled with. Saturday, just heavy use. It's a highly clay pitch. We've not done the renos this year, which is, you know, difficult to manage, and we're starting to see those areas that need more attention and need a little bit of work on, which is going to be great. Coming into renos for next year, we'll have a good understanding of what areas we need to work on. I'm not worried at the moment, but it has had 2 double headers on, 2 weekends in a row, and a midweek fixture, so it has been heavy. So, you know, the fixtures that it's had on it, I'm really happy with how it is at the minute. We just need to keep working on it. I think it's just one of those things that I'm gonna have to pop up there daily and just check it and do bits and bobs, but we're getting there. I've also been to pick up some parts because at the moment the Hustler is down. Richard from Can Do Services, Jack, these are the parts you need. So I ordered them, they've come in and I've picked them up. So that machine will be ready to get fixed and sorted by Richard at his own leisure. I've said to him, we're not in a massive rush for it now. We've got, you know, a week and a bit of grass cutting. We can make do with the Toro for now. No point stressing him out to get him over as soon as possible. Just to have it there, it'll be good actually to give it a decent rest. But yeah, going back to the unit now, meet up with the boys, sort the bits out. As we all know, everything we do is around the weather, when we can, what we can, kind of thing. And tonight the wind's died down. I've got a couple of spraying jobs that have been on the tick list or checklist for a while, so they're booked in for tonight. It's a lot, it's going to be a late one, so obviously I'll take you along filming it. But yeah, there's 6 pitches that need sorting out. Luckily all in one location. The only reason why it's going to be long is so I am taking the Polaris. I can get 2 pitches out of 1 tank on that with the rate that I'm spraying at. It's just going to be filling the machine back up. They've only got a tap at the location that we're going, just a standard tap, so it's just going to be filling the machine up. So yeah, that is going to be a chore, but anyway, not a lot I can do about it, and I'm expecting a late night. Let's get on with it. So we've arrived at the school this morning. I had to get the sprayer cleaned out, get that off the Polaris and get the line marking kit back on the Polaris. The lads headed down to the school before I did, and then me and Jordan came down, tractor and Polaris, behind each other to get down here. We've now got 25 acres to cut. All the lads are running about getting all the bits round the school. Let's just get on with it. I feel like I'm waffling because I'm tired. Let's get on with it. Always got his finger on nuts.
Okay, nuts.
These nuts!
Got him!
So whilst the boys were just finishing up round the school, me and Dan sorted out the trailer tyres. We had a delivery of a couple of new rims and tyres yesterday, so we're getting them on. Bit of house husbandry. The boys are now going to be going to a parish council. I'm going to be leaving the tractor here for a couple of hours, running around doing all of my line marking jobs for this week today and this, whilst the weather's good. Yeah, happy days. Let's just continue to keep marking. We got about 12 pitches to mark here, so I'll get this done, then we can move on to the other sites that need marking for the rest of the week. All marked up. We've done 14 pitches here with a traqnology kit, and that fleet blinder is looking sensational. Just look at that line. One thing I love about fleet is you can proper get the dilution down and it still looks like that. So happy days. That paired with the 𝐦𝐫𝐽 high pressure cut pump, sensational. Anyway, I'm now heading over to Real Bedford. I was going to be going to take this to do more line marking, however there's a custom pitch that I'm going to have to do a CAD drawing for and upload it to traqnology, so we're going to do that Thursday instead. But yeah, looking good. Let's head over to there and check that pitch. Still Tuesday. I'm very, very aware. I didn't film anything earlier. Let me tell you a little bit of what's happened today. So I went to Real Bedford, we checked the pitch. Craig from soil biology also came over. There's a couple of areas that we're not struggling with, but we're stressed about due to, we've not done the renos there, it's a clay-based pitch, there's a lot of games there, a couple of double headers, blah, 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 blah. We've got to be reactive. After that, I had a Zoom meeting. After that, I had a event with my family. We went to go see a Halloween circus, it was great. But anyway, there's lots of weather coming this afternoon, and in the meeting that I had with the club earlier, I raised my concerns for the game Sunday because we've got basically 4 days of flat out rain. And basically the game on Sunday is a very important one. It's two excellent teams, they bring a lot of fans, and it's a game that essentially is going to be really good for the club. Now, my job is to, yes, protect the pitch, but also do the best thing in order for the club. The only way we can see possible is, one, we could put sand on those areas, but it could dry it out and stress it out even more. Number two is try and be proactive rather than reactive and chuck a verti drain on it tonight. So it's 8 o'clock at night. I've been out with my family, had a couple of hours with them, and we're going back out to verti drain. So it's definitely going to be a late one, and I'm up early again. So it's 2 late nights in a row. But this is another message to the people that send me messages and ask about like how we get into the bits and bobs we're doing with sport. You have to be ready to move, and you have to be kind of just scratch your plans and change them constantly. So that's what we're doing. I think it's going to do the pitch wonders. It's probably going to be the last time we can get on that pitch with the verti drain and the tractor this side of winter. So again, hopefully it's going to help us in the long run, and we can laugh about it next week once the game's happened. Once that game's happened, the pitch has got 2 weeks rest as well, so happy days. Anyway, let's get over in the tractor, get punching some holes. And so it begins! It's 5 past midnight. I've still got probably a quarter of the pitch left. true CUTCREW fashion. Heard a big bang. One of the bolts that holds the hydraulic rams on the verti-drain had snapped, which means that height adjustment was just going all over the place. So had to get a lift back to the unit. I do have a selection of bolts in the tractor, but not one of that length. Back to the unit, I've had to sacrifice a couple of bolts off of the old verti-drain that's been featured on the channel before. Then drove back down here in the truck because the lift that took me back to the unit, I'm not paying that again or doing that again. So then I've now got to make a decision once I finish this whether I leave my truck here or the tractor here. To be honest, whatever gives me sleep first, I think. Should be back on the road now, bolts back in. Should be home by now. But yeah, we're not. It is what it is. Let's get on with it. Today is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. Got in at about 3 AM. Just back in work for 7. We've now got the hedge cutter on and we're going to start our hedge cutting campaign. The rain has come, so hopefully the decision to verti-drain last night paid off. Obviously I had a couple of hiccups. Could have been home at a decent time, but we weren't. Anyway, it is now 9 o'clock. It's taken us 2 hours there's a couple of bits we had to start in the unit, but it's taken us an hour to get the edge cutter on. Very tired today. There was actually a few bits that I had to change on the head cutter as well, so I ordered new A-frame parts, because if you're an OG member of the channel, you'll remember that there were a few bits and bobs on this machine that just needed titivating. We got it through last season, but yeah, I ended up buying those parts once we was done with the hedge cutting, and we fitted them today as well and got the machine on. Desperately need a coffee, so we're going to go for coffee and then go do some work. So this is the first hedge cutting site that we've done. This is the furthest away from our unit. It's about an hour drive. Normally I bring the Pegasus here and we smash this field. There's 18 acres here, and Dan has just completed it on the Toro in not great weather. So that man, I owe him a beer or something. Yeah, the resilience in our industry is always high, but that's not a fun job. He's done me a favour, because the hedges needed doing. He's done me a favour. I asked him this week, like, do you reckon we could do it on a Toro to save taking a Pegasus? Then it's only one trip in the tractor, which saves about 3 hours from my schedule. So I really appreciate that. I know that Jack or Jordan would have done the same thing as well, but I didn't ask them. I asked Dan because I know he loves a Toro, although he might not now. So the plan of action is now Jack and Jordan have just gone to a commercial site. It's just like a block of flats. I'm just going to get the Polaris off the trailer for Dan and just make a start on that, and then as soon as Dan's done, he'll jump in the Polaris and I'll head back to the unit. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm absolutely shattered. I can normally just keep grinding. It's so since Saturday, excluding today's hours, I've already done 58 hours. So it's been a heavy week, a really heavy week. It was a heavy weekend, a heavy week. So I'm going to get the tractor back. I need to go pick my truck up because obviously I left it at the site last night where we had the verti-drain problem. Once that's done, I'm going to go home and relax, probably open the laptop and get some bits and bobs done, but other than that, not a lot. Don't know where the day's gone, but it's now 4:30. When I got back at the unit, we did a few bits and bobs in the unit. We also changed the height of cut on the new John Deere, just taking the height up on all of our pitches now just to protect them for winter. So that was a good job done. And Jordan's just took me in a van and dropped me at Real Bedford because I had to leave my truck here last night when I ran back to fix the verti-drain. Just going to walk around the pitch now, give it a little look. I'll show you guys what it's looking like. Hopefully it's perked up a bit from the verti-drain and it's not suffered from today's rain. Happy days. It's looking so much better. Looking so much better. This is the third verti-drain that I've managed to do on this pitch. The first one, we barely got it in 100mm. It hadn't been verti-drained in a long time. Second one, we managed to get about 240mm down, and then last night we went deep. We went very, very deep, and we've absolutely fractured the clay that's in the subsurface. And it just looks so much better today. We've had a little bit of rain, so hopefully we can get that clay a little bit wet at the bottom, and that will start helping it through winter. But it's just got vigour back now. It was looking very, very stressed after the brutal game on Saturday, but recovery spray Sunday, left it to bed, verti-drained it yesterday so we can get this game on Sunday. Yeah, it's not obviously 100%. It is showing signs of wear, but it's in a lot better place and I'm content with it. Never happy, got OCD, but yeah, content with it. So seems like a good way to wrap the day up, you know, bit of hedge cutting. I'm gonna go home, have some nice dinner, have a very good sleep tonight, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Thursday morning, and it is all go. We have just arrived on site. I'm just about to leave the lads. I've got to go and collect some keys ready for a job on Saturday. We have got Dan in the Polaris running around doing line marking at the site that we're at right now. And Jack and Jordan are assisting with the hedge cutting, and we've got the tractor here, and that's got to do some perimeter flailing and stuff like that. I'm gonna go grab these keys and then we'll be back on site. Fucking hell. Okay, we can laugh about it now. Started hedge cutting this side, and I just noticed that on my hand movement the hedge cutter didn't feel right. I had a car trying to squeeze round literally the side of here to get past. It's a single track road. I've looked behind and one of the balls on the tractor was just off. Either one of the snap rings has broke or whatever. I absolutely shit myself, I cannot lie. So we've just got, at this point, we've just got a hedge cutter flapping about. You know, I check the machine regularly. Admittedly, when I came over from the school and started here, I didn't get out the back and check. So this is a public service announcement. Always check your balls. But anyway, how did I fix it? We put it back on the stands. I dropped it as quick as possible. Luckily, the lads turned up shortly after, and we essentially just got the pins back in place on the linkage. I've put new snap rings in, and I'm going to be checking it every 5 minutes because I shit myself. Anyway, let's crack on. Happy days. All the stressful road work is now done. I've now got the inside of this property to do all of the boundary inside perimeter hedging with flail. This is where the lads were earlier. The lads have been here whilst I've been here as well. They've done all the grass and all of the little hedges around the property as well. They're on their way back, and Dan is out line marking. So just this left, and then I can head back to the unit. If you know, you know. Anyway, the night is drawing in. We're pretty much done here. We're all sorted. Back in the hedge cutter tomorrow. We've got lots going on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and that'll be the start of next week's video, which means that I am going to have to say goodbye to all of you lot. And I just want to say thank you for supporting us coming back onto YouTube. I know I keep saying it, but it really does mean a lot. We love making these videos, and we love all the comments and all that. Share it to someone that might like it. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you next week. Love you, bye.